Greetings, my champions, and welcome to Live with Chatufa. We are looking at the developments that are happening in Mozambique. Mozambique remains a strategic place when it comes to our study of what the Lord is doing in terms of bringing liberty and freedom to the oppressed people of Africa. We are looking at Mozambique's strategy. We are looking at Mozambique's power. We are looking at the people of Mozambique's resilience in fighting against Frelimo, a party that has oppressed the people of Mozambique for a very long time. So last time we were talking about Venancio Mondlane having come back to the country and how he was received as a hero, more than what we saw even with Samora Machel back then. The man has really made history in this time and in this season. And after he has come back, we have seen Frelimo still adamant that they want to move on and do the inauguration, because we were also talking about the passport of Mondlane, which has been confiscated by Frelimo, and we are watching to see how far things are going to go on. As of now, Mnangagwa'S Tshabangu strategy has been sold to Frelimo by Zanu PF as opposition sells out. We are now beginning to see the very strategies of Zanu PF that are dirty, the dirty politics of Zanu PF and Mnangagwa beginning to be employed again in Mozambique. And this could be a sign that Mnangagwa, they are still giving advice to Frelimo, telling them what to do and wanting to copy exactly how they've done things in Zimbabwe. So I just want us to look at what really is transpiring. Sidia Chisungo reports that, remember, Mozambicans have been expressing concerns about the four main opposition parties sitting down with the Frelimo for a dialogue while excluding Venancio Mondlane, and also confirming they will take seats in parliament despite not recognizing the election results. Can you see that? That's already the Tshabangu strategy, which is now being used. So it's like Mnangagwa will have told Frelimo, go and talk to the opposition parties, give them money, promise them seats in parliament, promise them cars, promise them a good life, and things like that. And because of greed, some people would find themselves saying, after all, we are not the ones that won. If we can join hands here, we can also benefit, because everything is going to go to Mondlane or stuff like that. That's how many people think. And it's said, really, if this development continues to go. She says here, well, there are new developments. Number one, Renamo and MMD have announced they will not participate in the swearing-in ceremony scheduled for tomorrow, January 13. Number two, Nova Democracia, which is also part of the dialogue, has publicly shared their position. They welcome Mondlane's return and recognize his crucial role for meaningful dialogue to take place. Meanwhile, Podemos party is determined to take its 43 seats and participate in tomorrow's swearing-in ceremony. Remember, Podemos was founded in 2019 by former Frelimo dissidents. That might explain what we are witnessing now. So this is what is happening, which means Frelimo, it could be now in some kind of talk with their faction that had moved away from them and saying, guys, we are one. And maybe the animosity is gone, because maybe the old guard that came up with this dissident party could have died or gone or retired. And then those that are in are a fresh blood who may be talked out of what they believed, and we might see things happening in a different way. So the very same situation of Zimbabwe, of wanting to ignore Nelson Chamisa, is what we are also seeing Frelimo trying to do here. But ignoring Nelson Chamisa will not work. It's like ignoring Mondlane in Mozambique. You can't ignore these guys, because they have the people behind them. You see, someone who has the people behind them is very difficult, because you can plan all things you are doing, like what we are seeing Mnangagwa doing right now. Mnangagwa and the so-called fake opposition, Yana Songezo Tshabangu, they are coming up with their strategies, plans, and to make Mnangagwa hold on to power and things like that. Well, it is well. They can plan that. But the only major problem that they continue to have is that they don't have the support of the people. So as long as any leader, any political leader rules without the support of the people, this is what leads to failed states like what we see in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a failed state because Mnangagwa does not have the mandate of the people of Zimbabwe. The people of Zimbabwe are not in agreement with him and his administration. So when they come up with policies, the people who resist the policies, they can come up with whatever plans that they want to do. As long as people are not supporting the plans, those plans cannot take off, because the people that are supposed to drive the ideas will be against those very ideas. So where will they get to? They will not go far. They may try to survive like fish that is just left water. It might jump around hoping to live on, but it will be already in the process of dying. And that is the very same thing that we are seeing with Emmerson Mnangagwa and Zanu PF. So the issue of engaging the opposition and wanting to steal the opposition's hearts and use them for their own benefit is what we are seeing happening with the liberation parties, which we have also seen happening with Zanu PF as well as Frelimo right now as we are talking about it. So what is very, very important right now is to make sure that we continue to have unity. The unity of Zimbabweans is important. The unity of Mozambicans is important. We thank God for those other parties that have indicated that they are not going to behave a carrot dangled before them and then end up, selling out the struggle. If Frelimo stole the election, they are not supposed to be the ones that call the shots to decide who takes what seats and, convene meetings and things like that. They don't have that mandate. We have to come out with a clear-cut answer of who exactly calls the shots according to the selection of the people that voted in the election. So the struggle will have to continue until victory is certain, until the rightful people that were chosen by the Mozambican people will be the ones that will direct how the country works, what has to be done, by who, at what time, and things like that. So this is what it is, family. It is quite very interesting what we are seeing happening. Let's continue to pray for Mozambique. Let's continue to believe God for Mozambique. Let's continue to encourage Mozambican people to be united, to fight on, because their days of freedom are approaching. It's getting closer and closer by the day. If they continue to be united and listen to their leaders, obey their leaders, they are going to come out victorious at the end of the day, and which is what we are also anticipating for Zimbabwe. Freedom is coming to our nations. God is with us in this struggle, and we are going to come out victorious. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. Let's continue to support the platform by subscribing, liking, sharing, and also inviting others to it so that people can also know that we still have this platform running. Otherwise, you are blessed. We'll meet again in the upcoming shows. Shalom and shalom.